Hey, welcome to Joey's HiFi. Super excited today. We're going to be talking about the Rega Aya loudspeakers. I have one here posted up so I can show it to you all a little bit. And these speakers just came out. They're recently new. They came out in the past couple of months. Rega has not put out a new floor standing speaker in at least 8 years. The RX3 and RX5 were the last set of floor standing speakers they put out. So this represents their latest floor stander, and it's a really unique design. It uses a glass reinforced cement composite. So I'm actually going to kind of move over here for a second. So the actual enclosure is a concrete glass reinforced mixture composite. Now the front, I need to ask them. I think it's a poly resin composite, but I'm not sure. But that's just by touching it. That's what I believe. Maybe it is part of the concrete, but it feels different. They don't come with these grills. These grills are optional. I really like them. I've listened to them both ways. Marginal effect of the grills does, you can hear a little bit of a difference, but they sound great with and without the grills. This speaker has a five-way binding post in the back. Single terminals. So I'll actually turn it around and let y'all see that. So if we look on the back here, hopefully y'all can see it. Has some binding posts here, and it's a 3-point foot system. So it comes all assembled. When you pull it out, it's already set up and ready to go. So that's really nice. These speakers are not very large. They're surprisingly petite, as I would say, for how many drivers they have and how much sound they put out. But you can see them over here lined up, and they're substantially small. Now, one of the interesting things is that when you're sitting down, it actually works out fine because the tweeter is angled just a little bit up, and it mixes very well. I maybe sit probably 8 feet from them, and they throw a really nice image. I have them towed in just like the rest of the other speakers, and I've been really impressed with them. I will say I know that they can even go wider in this setup. They could be set up where the R9s are and still present a very nice, coherent sound. I've driven them with the Rega IO and with the Illicit MK5. They sound great. I also drove them with some vintage Cursa Maya setup I had, and they sounded really good on that as well. They use, I have my notes here because I'm getting old, don't want to forget things. They use their ZRR tweeter down here, which is a tweeter that's been being used for some time now. They use an MX125, so this is their latest driver up here, their mid-range driver. And then it uses a special RR 7.8 bass driver. And it's quite the setup. When I plugged them in, I was really amazed by their sound. It's a very dynamic, very full sounding speaker. It really kind of caught me off guard in many ways, especially because I have the R9s, I have kites. I even have some Rega Ellas here from back in the day. And so it's been really fun to get to listen to these speakers in comparison and see all the attributes that they've taken from that Rega sound over the past 30 or so years in speaker development, and create something at a price point that it's pretty amazing. I think they sound really, really good. They work on one thing I've always liked about speakers. Their last range, the RX range, did this really well. Is they just play all kinds of music very nicely. So classical, rock, jazz, musical numbers, soundtracks, hip hop, electronica. You play it through here, and they all sound very, very nice. And I've played both streaming digital and records through it, and they've sounded really good. I still have more time to put on the speakers. I do believe in speaker break-in. So this is, this is kind of just my initial thoughts, giving y'all a little bit of information about them, having probably listened about 100 hours on them so far. And I've really, really enjoyed them. Customers that I've had come have really enjoyed them, and it's been a very, very nice introduction to this new speaker, this new design. I didn't know what to think of the concrete finish, but one thing that's really interesting is cold. Like when you touch it, it's physically cold, and these are not light. They do have weight to them. And in no way am I feeling like I'm hearing the enclosure, I'll put it that way. I'm really impressed with the way they sound. I'm looking forward to listening to them some more with a couple of more different amps, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just my initial impressions, initial unboxing, and giving you just initial listening. So over the next couple of months, I'll listen to them, and then I'll circle back and do a full kind of breakdown of where I think these fit in the overall scheme of Rega lineage, and then also talk a little bit more about what I think would pair very well with these speakers. I was really surprised how well the Rega I/O played with them. And as I moved up amplifiers, yeah, it sounded better and better, but the I/O didn't disappoint when I plugged it in initially. So if you haven't taken a listen to these, make sure you check them out. There are multiple dealers now with them in stock. Of course, we stock them here in Bryan, Texas. And yeah, they're a really, really fun speaker. If you have questions, let me know. I'll incorporate them into the next video that I do. So I hope y'all are having a great day. Hope you enjoyed this brief synopsis on this. I have another video that's going to be coming up that's pretty fun too. So stay tuned.